It is time now for the new Super Sound Showcase. I'm your host, Robert Hodge. We are sponsored by Culture Fix here on FM 93.5 The Burg and WMBG AM 740. We have two very extraordinary guests that are here. They are combining their talents, and they call themselves, this is just fun to say, Hoot Annie. And you don't hear that word very often, but what a great word. I'm so glad y'all saved it and brought it back. They are Katie Boucher and our friend Paul Todd, who's been on Super Sound a number of times since I took over the show. But we've never had these two together, and this is so exciting. And Paul, let's get you closer to that microphone, and y'all can say hello to everybody. I couldn't be more thrilled to have y'all here.
Hi.
Hi, Robert.
So you have just gotten to the point where you're mixing a record that you've been working on for a while now.
Almost done, yeah.
Tell me about it. What's it going to be?
It's 8 original tunes that we wrote together and have been woodshedding and honing the last couple of months. Two of them we've been playing for
A few years now.
the last 2 years. But the rest of them are brand new to Katie, and most of them are brand new to me. We set up at Retro Daddio and at the Eastern Virginia School for the Performing Arts.
Eastern Virginia School for Performing Arts.
And started recording tracks, and we've laid down 8 songs. We've got the percussion done. DJ House Brandon came in last night and laid down a bossa nova beat for one of the songs.
Oh, nice.
And we've got a rough mix of the first track as well as the other 2 songs that we've been singing, because we did those for a demo a couple months ago. And yeah, it's all laid down. It's just ready to be cut up and mixed together in a listenable fashion.
Those of you who listen on a regular basis and hear me talk with people that are recording new music, you know that my favorite thing is to get music in my hands first. And I got those first 2 songs on a CD today, so we might be able to get those on the air sometime this week. But I assume that since you just finished mixing them, that you haven't taken it to everybody else yet, right? Did I get it first?
That's correct.
Oh, that's it. That is my ticket. I love world exclusive premieres more than I love life. So that is great. We have the first music from Hoot Annie. And this is the first album y'all have collaborated on, right? There's not another one.
No.
That's it.
Wow. Do we know when this is coming out?
I should be done mixing before the last weekend of this month.
Oh, gosh.
I will be done mixing and have it ready before the last weekend of this month.
Does the album have a name yet?
It does.
Inspector Penny.
What?
Inspector Penny.
Oh, all right. So let's talk about that, because I'd forgotten this. When Paul actually contacted me about 3 or 4 weeks ago, he said, look, we're almost done with this album, and it's a theme album. So let's talk about, so all the songs make a story, sort of. They stand alone, but they...
For the most part, yeah.
Tell me what the story
and
is.
They didn't originally. Some of them were kind of completely random, and once we came up with the story for a few of the songs, we figured out how the rest of the songs fit in with the story.
Wow. I like that idea. You don't have many concept albums done anymore, but it really is cool. But one of the things that I was anxious to clarify you with when we first talked about promoting this is that the songs can stand on their own, but if you have time and the inclination to listen to the whole album, it'll all be like a jigsaw fit together, right?
I think so.
Yeah.
I think 27 minutes of your life will be well spent listening to it from beginning to end.
I like the way you put that. That's fun. Okay.
And eventually music videos, too.
Well, yeah. That'll be great. And, you know, I always applaud local artists when they don't stop just with putting a record out, because it is a music business. It's the same as for the big label guys. You know, you guys do need to have your videos and your promotion, done.
Oh, yeah.
And, that's one of the things that I love about Super Sound is that it gives you a little video tool to let people actually see what you do, because it's not enough anymore just to hear it. People want to see you, and especially if you don't know Katie Boucher, she's awfully pretty. You'll want to see these videos. You will want to see these. And nothing against you, Paul.
No,
you're pretty too.
It's good.
He is pretty.
And dressed up to the nines. If you are a Paul Todd fan, you will want to look on our website later and see the picture of him today in a black outfit with a beautiful burgundy tie. And they match. They're both in black. And now his face is the color of his tie. It's just nice. Mission accomplished. Paul always is the most humble person that's ever come in this studio, and I am full of compliments for him because his wizardry is the only word I can think of on the guitar. The things that you do and the music that come out of that guitar, I don't hear that from everybody else. And I constantly am trying to remind you of that to make sure that you really understand the depths of your gifts.
Much obliged.
Good.
Oh,
So tell us, what are we going to hear from you two today? This is partly the album music or all?
It's
new album?
both songs are from the album.
We got 3 though, right?
We can do 3.
Yeah, 3 songs is the
yeah,
prescription.
the first. Wait, no, it'd be track.
The first song we're gonna do is the first song on the album.
Oh, good.
It's called "It's You."
Okay.
It's very upbeat, poppy.
Mhm.
What did we say? It was a pop, punk, gypsy,
Something like-
hillbilly.
A pop punk gypsy hillbilly.
It's
Wow.
It's a
It's
huge
just a song.
collaboration
It's
of,
just a song.
of
It's a-
genres.
It's a love song.
It's a silly love song, but
Well, that's great. Well, my
Yeah,
prediction,
no, in the
since I
context
just
of the record.
I just listened to it not only on the record, but I also listened to it in the soundtrack. I can put in my 2 cents worth that this is a song that is enough of a hummable pop tune that you're going to want to buy this album just from hearing this one song. So I vote for yes. And so, Katie, tell me about your own adventures recently, because I know you're always up to stuff and you've got things going on. What kind of projects have been on your calendar now?
this has been pretty much our focus completely.
Oh, so the album is just like...
we haven't even been trying to book shows or anything. We
Oh,
have just literally
okay.
been pouring all of our extra time.
Well, that is a
Um,
switch, because usually when I talk to you, you've come back from this place and that place, and
When I came back from the cruise ship,
That's
when me and Paul started working together.
Well, isn't that
and yeah, and especially recently, we've
Yeah.
really poured
Well,
all our energy into doing this.
how long has it been that you've been working together? Because it's been a while, right? Your partnership is...
Couple years, yeah.
Okay.
We had a year-long hiatus.
Mm-hmm.
So 3 years total, but
Well, it's good
almost
that
a
you've
year
come
in
back
between.
together, because you two do have an unusual chemistry when you're on stage together. You have an understanding of her musically, Paul. I think that you are always able to anticipate everything she's about to do. And I actually had somebody in the studio earlier that was asking me who was going to be on Super Sound today, and let me tell you how I described it. I said it's a great thing because Katie's a very strong singer, and Paul can use just a guitar to make it sound like he is a full orchestra accompanying her, because you really can. You don't leave out any of the important parts that need to fill in the gaps when it's just a solo singer and one instrumentalist. You make the full sound.
Thank
come
we
out
make
that
a lot of
guitar.
noise for 2 people, that's
We do
for
make
sure.
a lot.
You do.
We make a lot.
And that's marvelous, because it's rare that a duet can really be the full act, and not have something missing.
I mean, and I think we do it mostly without additional tools. There's the loop pedal,
Mm-hmm.
which I use. But other than that, there are no sequences or like
That
MIDI
makes-
controllers or anything like that.
That makes a lot of sense to me now, because many times I've heard people after one of your performances talk about you being loopy, and I didn't know why. That's a joke. I'm kidding.
That's a good
Nobody
one.
ever did
That's a
say
good
that.
one.
But
That's a good one.
and of course, I know what a looping pedal is, so I'm just acting stupid now. But anyway, if you have never heard Hoot Annie, are there? I know this is the album chapter of your life, but are there any shows on the books that people can come and see you once they fall in love today?
Yep. Actually, next Thursday.
1 week from today.
1 week from today, we'll be at Two Drummers Smokehouse.
Oh, nice.
And then May 25th,
Uh-huh.
right?
Private party.
No, the Billsburg,
Yeah.
right?
We're at Billsburg. I don't have my.
All right. Well,
calendar.
we
I
will
think it's
find
May
out after the
25th.
break. We will tell you for
August
sure. But
August 25th,
definitely,
Billsburg.
Two Drummers Smokehouse is a great place that you can go and see them and have some delicious food. Because I tell you, the those boys out there, they know how to cook some fine food, and they're pretty good at booking music too. And it's a great place. You're going to be outside that day? Yeah.
Probably, yeah.
It's so nice. I'd love to sit out there at the
And they have
tables
the nice stage now and everything, so it's great.
Wasn't
We
that
love playing
fantastic?
there. We love everybody.
All right, so that'll be next Thursday. What time do you start?
6 p.m.
Okay, go out there and have some dinner and tell them that you heard them on the radio on Super Sound Showcase, which is sponsored by Culture Fix on FM 93.5 The Burg and WMBG AM 740. We're going to take a break for a couple of commercial messages, and we will be right back after these messages. And I look forward to letting you hear the new music from Hoot Annie. All right, we are back with the new Super Sound Showcase, sponsored by Culture Fix on FM 93.5 The Burg and WMBG AM 740. We are Williamsburg's radio station, and today my special guests are Katie Boucher and Paul Todd, comprising the group Hoot Annie. I do like saying that. I think I need to come out and introduce y'all at one of your gigs, 'cause that's always fun.
That would be swell.
And now, ladies and gentlemen, Hoot Annie. Was that good?
I said
Yeah, that was
swell.
great.
All right, so that's my audition.
That would be
Y'all
swell.
Hired.
All right, good. I like it. Well, you know what? This first song is going to be the first track from the new album, and I cannot wait for everybody to hear this, because you're going to want this record the minute it comes out. You got anything to say, or you want to just jump into it?
You just like to jump in.
All right, well, let's jump in.
It's called
Here it
It's
is.
You. There
It's
you go.
you. Here it is.
Summer, winter, spring or fall, I'll come running, baby, when you call. You don't have to second guess. You have my heart and my best. Isn't anyone who could love me like you do? Isn't anyone worth my in our shoes? Isn't anyone but you? I can't help where you be, heart on my sleeve, head over heels, and it's you. Why, oh, you, yeah, it's you. It simply has to be you. Why, oh, you, yeah, it's you. I can't help where you be, heart on my sleeve, head over heels, and it's you. Why, oh, you, yeah, it's you. It simply has to be you. Why, oh, you, yeah, it's you. You're my heartache, rainy days. You and I paddling out beyond the grave. You and I against the world along the way. To me, it's you. It simply has to be you. I can't help fall so hard. I can't help who stole my heart. Oh, it's you. Why, oh, you, yeah, it's you. It simply has to be you. Why, oh, you, yeah, it's you. Why, oh, you, it's you.
Very nice. And that is a world exclusive. They have come on here with their new song. It's going to be the first single and the first track on the new album. And Paul, that gave me a chance to really sit here and watch and listen to you. I've finally been able to put my finger on what it is that makes it so compelling to listen to you and watch you perform. His eyes are very big, waiting for me to reveal this. You know what? You are one of the few people that I've ever seen that can actually play a combination of rhythm and lead guitar at the same time. And it is so hard to do and so brilliant. And actually, the first time I had a conversation about that was with Corey Wong, the little genius that plays with Wolfpack. And he actually had an explanation that was crazy about, I said, how in the world are you able to play with the speed and the combination of rhythm and lead? And he actually told me, you might want to think about this, he said he envisions all of the bones in his right hand turning to cartilage. And by making cartilage in there, he's able to do things that he can't do when they're actually bones. And I was like, okay, that is like beyond the creativity level of most people in the world, but if it works, and it actually, the more I've studied what he does, I'm seeing similarities in what you turn out. And I think that is maybe one of the secrets to the unique quality that you play with.
Thank
Does
you.
that make any sense?
It does. I think in the end, George Harrison said we're all children of Segovia, and like that's really
Amen.
where it starts at is with the thumb and the fingers.
Yeah.
And then there's just different routes. You know, Merle Travis and Chet Atkins, I think are just two of the most brilliant guitarists
Absolutely.
that have ever lived. But it could go in any direction once you're using your hands. Like I watched the
Sure.
video that Matt Thomas did earlier, and he was doing like some Stanley Jordan stuff where he
Right.
was using both hands and slapping on.
Yeah, sure.
On the guitar as well, and so there's just like there's different avenues you can go in, and I just chose to go with the thump.
Well, we all like what you do very much.
Thank you very much.
What's this next song?
This is
We're gonna
called
stay in the album
Whiskey
order, right?
Bottles. Yep.
And this is the second track on
This
the
is
album.
the second track on the album.
Oh, right. Well, I like it. I can't wait to hear it.
No lead guitar on this one.
Here is Whiskey Bottles from Hoot Annie.
Whiskey bottles, head full of sweat, heart full of sorrow, bed full of regret. Another Sunday morning, wish that I could forget. Say never trouble, trouble, till trouble troubles you. Man, I ain't nothing but trouble, and the bottle sees me through. If I could see clearly, probably see it troubling you too. So many things I didn't have the strength to say. So many moments I let slip away. So many times it could have gone the other way, but I somehow make it home to you. These empty bottles make me feel so cold. I'd be so much better if we could just go get stoned. I'd be so much better if you just leave me alone. So many things I didn't have the strength to say. So many moments I let slip away. So many times it could have gone the other way, but I somehow whiskey bottles warm in my bed. I keep on drinking and thinking about what you said. Another Sunday morning, I would rather forget. Another Sunday morning, I would rather forget. Another Sunday morning, I would rather forget.
Wow, there's a lot to be said about that song. You know, it's a genuine blues song in its own right, but it's one of those songs that has the potential to change the lives of the people that listen to it. Because when you listen to somebody sing about such heartfelt regret and so many things in their life that should have been changed, it's easy for the listener to use that as a personal impetus to make changes. And I think that song is strong enough with a message and with the feeling that you put into it, Katie. It's vivid enough that I think people are going to be strongly affected by that song. I know I felt quite a lot of emotion in it. So
Great, we hope so.
yeah, that's great. And I
Awesome.
think that'll help propel this album too, because, you know, anytime an artist is able to hold a mirror up to our own lives and to our society and really let us see in that mirror what we have, that's sometimes the first step for people to make improvements and changes in their own life. So I applaud that song. I think it's very effective. And you wrote that, Paul, didn't you? Was y'all write it together?
We wrote it together.
We wrote it together. It actually
Yeah.
started because of a fortune cookie that I got while
Really?
we were practicing, and I was eating Chinese food.
Oh
and
my
the fortune
gosh.
cookie said, "Never trouble till trouble troubles you."
Oh.
And we were like, "Yeah, that would make a fun song."
That's funny. You know, actually, not long ago, about a year ago, I was in a Chinese restaurant, got a fortune cookie, and it was really my favorite message I've ever gotten. And there have been several that I've kept over the years, but this one said, "Disregard previous fortune."
I think I've gotten that
And
one
I was like, that's the
before. They're
craziest
repeating
thing I
them.
ever heard. Yeah, they're all right. Either that or we're kindred spirits. But I was like, man, that's the funniest thing I ever heard in a fortune cookie. So anyway, all right. Well, it's just bad news that we are at the last song. I hate to see this end because I'm having a good time and y'all are just brilliant together. So what is this song?
The song is called Kansas City.
Oh, is it the traditional Kansas City or one of your own?
No, this is an original.
Oh, okay.
This will be number 4 on the album.
Number 4.
Okay, so we'll skip 3 until the
Actually,
finished version.
We've already
is out.
done number 3 on the radio, so
Oh, well, I don't want that if you've already spin it somewhere.
And this is this is the oldest song on the record. I mean, the one that was written first. It was literally the first song out of all of them that was written.
All right.
And
do y'all have a personal connection to Kansas City, or is it just a?
he does.
Tell me.
I took the song from him.
Yeah? Tell me a little
Changed
bit
it
about it.
she did. She changed it up. Nothing that's that wildly important. I went through a breakup.
Okay.
She moved to Kansas City. I went out there. It was bad.
Yeah.
I came back. It was worse. I went through some things, got some help, and then when I started focusing and writing music and studying music and stuff like that, it was like one of the first things I wrote, and it's one of the first songs that I wrote that has Travis picking in it, and that's there's not much more to say.
But I like
about
that
it.
it's a window into the early music of Paul Todd, so that's good.
And we've restructured and rewritten it together.
Okay.
We added a second verse because there used to only be 2. Changed some of the words around, changed the pronouns, obviously. And I was really, really struggling trying to figure out how to make the chorus work. Because we changed the pronouns from female to male so that Katie could sing it.
Right.
One of the words that I had used when I had written them was pretty, and I just, for the life of me, could not figure out a word because I don't know the adjectives that women use to describe men, and I didn't know what could fit in there, and I tried a few things, and it just didn't work, and Katie came up with the word and threw it in there, and it just started flowing, and then it just...
Changed it to charming.
Okay, that'll work. All right, well, let's hear Kansas City. And I know you're going to love this tune as much as you've loved the others. This is Hoot Annie, and you can see them next Thursday at Two Drummers Smokehouse. Go ahead.
There's a man, he's got my heart, and I can't shake it. It gets so hard when I think about what may have been. I know it's too late to start again. That doesn't change when I one thing. Kansas City, wish I didn't miss you. Wish I didn't think about you. I hope you're happy, I hope you're healthy, hope you're as charming as the day you left me, standing all alone in Kansas City. There's no use dwelling on the past. Some flames get too high and burn too fast, but still it hurts. Some sunny days, sweet sting of love seems to find a way to make me think about you. Kansas City, wish didn't miss you. I wish I didn't think about you. I hope you're happy, hope you're healthy, hope you're as charming as the day you left me, standing all alone in Kansas City. So I'm taking time out to stop and tell you just how much I think about you. Well, you said time would quench the fires. All the time has taught me you're a common liar. Kansas City, wish didn't miss you. Wish I didn't think about you. I hope you're happy, hope you're healthy, hope you're as charming as the day you left me, standing all alone in Kansas City.
Very nice. And you know, those are the kind of sentiments that we've all wished on past lovers. But, you know, it's kind of very gentlemanly with the way that that's presented. I like the hope you're happy, hope you're healthy. You know, it's catchy. It's hummable, and it's one of those songs that I think y'all are going to have great success and reception to this album. So thank you for coming in. Thank you for being a part of the show today. And to all of those of you who tune in to listen every week, thank you so much. There wouldn't be any point in having these great musicians in the studio if you weren't listening. And our thanks to Culture Fix, to Steve, and to Shirley, and to Jen. Thank you all for your support and your sponsorship of Super Sound Showcase here on FM 93.5 The Burg and WMBG AM 740. I'm Robert Hodge. I'm your host. And as always, this is just the highlight of my day. Thursdays are always the busy marathon, but Super Sound is the real bonus in my Thursday. So thank you, too. It's just been a blast, and I cannot wait to see you again.
Thank you.
Thanks for having us.
All right, so we go back to the music that you love here on FM 93.5 The Burg and WMBG. Let's go with Janet Jackson right now with What Have You Done For Me Lately?